What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is Pissah. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith LaCava. What's going on, bro, Siwa?
bro, Siwa. Come on, man.
I'm
calling not much Don Corley Brown. I get bro, Siwa. I'm calling. Look at you, the Podfather. Perfect name for it too.
I got the new shirt. I had to up my game. You always got the cool T-shirt, so I had to get something.
Good stuff, Frankie. Good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, one other thing, Keith. I know I showed you this, and you got a picture of it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This thing's awesome. My mother-in-law got us custom made, and it's me and you, Patriots jerseys on, and we got football mugs. It's really kind of cool. So thank you, Rowan.
That is awesome.
Really
thank
cool.
you so much.
Last episode of this year.
Yep. 2024
tonight. Yep. So, be safe out there, everybody,
Absolutely.
and have a good New Year's Eve.
For sure.
We got the Stat Challenge winner, a repeat winner.
Yeah, 2-time Stat Challenge champ, Carrie Ann Vaughn.
Man, she got 2 now. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hit her up for some betting advice.
That's what I told her. I said she should play the lottery.
I'm saying that's great. Good for you. We got a new Stat Challenge this week. We got 4 cards this week, which I know Keith's going to put the picture up, but Keon White rookie pink prism, really nice card. We got a Ramondre Stevenson season ticket. This is like a foil card too. It's another variation. Really cool card. We got a silver Joe Milton rookie. That's kind of a cool one. And then another Demario Douglas rated rookie. So this week we're asking for the final score of the game and who wins. So if you think the Bills are going to win 21-7, then that'll be your guess. So you got to give us both sides of it. Who's on what side of what. So
yep, no repeat answers either. And whoever did get the closest, if they're in that mid-tier, it's the person that commented first.
Yep, so good luck, and let's jump into the Wicked Pissah news.
Yes, sir, Frankie. We have some unfortunate news. So longtime NFL on CBS and March Madness broadcaster Greg Gumbel passed away this past week after a battle with cancer. He was 78 years old. Heard him many times announcing the Patriots games, Frankie, back in the day and everything.
Yeah.
He was there for a lot of big moments, but none bigger than this one.
This is to advance to the AFC Championship game. The Patriots win it 16-13 in overtime. Vinatieri, a 45-yard field goal to tie it, and then caps a 61-yard drive in overtime.
Yeah, man. So our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. It's very sad. So rest in peace, Greg Gumbel, legend in the media.
Really was.
All righty, Frankie. So let's get to it, man. Bruins update. So the Bruins, 20-15-4 on the season, currently 3rd in the Atlantic Division still.
Yep.
Bruins are 1-2 since our last show. They lost to the Blue Jackets 6-2 in Columbus this past Friday, followed by a shutout 4-0 win over the Blue Jackets the following day on Saturday. Yep. And just a few hours ago, Frankie, a 3-1 loss to the Capitals.
The Blue Jackets aren't even good. The Capitals aren't that great this year
either, honestly.
They're losing to bad teams again. So, they've been 500 hockey for the most of the year.
Right.
It's kind of what we're expecting. The Blue Jackets, they lose by 4, and then the very next day, they switch venues, and they win by 4. So it's just like,
I know.
Tale of 2 teams almost.
Seriously, dude. It's like, what do you expect?
Absolutely.
So let's move over to the Celtics, Frankie. Currently 23-9 on the season, 2nd in the East, man. They've been looking a little rough these last few weeks, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
So Celtics are 1-2, just like the Bruins since our last show. They lost on Christmas Day, 118-114 in Boston to the 76ers, man. Man, that killed me, dude. I hate it, especially on Christmas Day in Boston, bro.
Gross.
Oh, my God. It was followed by a 142-105 win over the Pacers in Boston last Friday, then a 123-114 loss to Indy this past Sunday, dude.
It's crazy. So Friday night, they beat that team by 37 points.
I know, yep.
And then on Sunday, they lose by double digits. It's just like, how does that happen in 2 days?
I don't even know, bro. Like you said, it's a tale of 2 different teams with the Bruins and the Celtics, apparently.
That's crazy.
It's like they have their nights they're on, and they're killing teams, and they got their nights they can't even get ahead.
I don't know. They're playing right now. If we get the update before the show's over, we'll definitely let you guys know that they were winning. So we'll see what happens at the end of this game.
So the next game is Thursday in Minnesota versus the Wolves at 7:30 p.m. But, Frankie, we always bring up the interesting stats, with the 3-pointers and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, we have a bad, interesting stat for the Celtics. So the C's all of last season had 4 total home losses. Yeah, they've already surpassed that. They got 6 total home losses this year. We're not even at the All-Star break, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
all of a sudden.
Like I said, tale of 2 teams. Obviously, they're not the home Warriors that they were last year, so I'm hoping they can step up. Still only 6 home losses right now, but they got 9. They got 9 total losses, so the majority is at home.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. So let's move over to some other NBA news. And the Lakers, man, they traded D'Angelo Russell for a second time to the Brooklyn Nets, along with Maxwell Lewis in a package for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. Now, like I said, bro, 2 stints with the Lakers and the Nets, but it's funny. Last time he was with the Lakers, he got traded to the Nets.
To the Nets, yeah.
So it was like, hey, let's try this one again.
I don't know. The Nets aren't going to
run it back
any better anytime soon.
I know,
think,
right?
anyway,
Seriously. So Russell is averaging 12 points a game this season, nearly 3 rebounds a game, and 4.7 assists per game. So we'll see how he does now back with the Nets. Moving over to some NCAA football news. Former NFL wide receiver DeSean Jackson has become the head coach at Delaware State. Now I'm going to tell you right now, who knows how he's going to do with that program, but the program is 2-21 the last 2 seasons. So obviously bringing in a guy with the name, obviously he's a notable name. Maybe that'll boost the team a little bit.
I mean, look what Deion did for Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. I was literally just going to say
DeSean coming there, you might get some people coming in just for the name alone.
For the name alone.
DeSean was nasty.
That's what
when he was healthy, nasty.
Yeah.
He did get injured a lot, though. That was his MO.
But, dude, I mean, like you were saying, though, the name in itself, people,
that's going to get
those
recruits
seats are going to get sold
that.
out. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Absolutely.
So there we go with that. So he definitely has his work cut out for him there. So we'll see how he does. Moving over to the NFL, Frankie. So we're going to go to another head coaching potential change.
Yeah.
So ex-Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll has expressed interest in the Bears head coaching job. Now, at 73 years old, man, he's planning on going back to the sideline and coaching in the NFL ranks. He actually recently said he's ready to attack the grind again, given the opportunity.
He was always very energetic on the sideline.
That's what I'm saying. At his age,
even at his age, I'm saying that, he was a good coach. I mean, better than what the Bears have been doing.
Some of the former players were actually saying, he'd be a great head coach for whatever team he goes to.
There's been a lot of bad coaching this year. We've talked about it, and the Bears are at the forefront of the bad coaching.
So speaking of that,
why not?
Speaking of that, the Bears are currently 4-12 on the season and on a 10-game losing streak, Frankie.
They have a lot of pieces.
But you know where that losing streak started? At the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary.
Daniels, they lost several games at the last minute.
They were 4-2.
I'm saying
since they've been on that streak.
They have a good future. They need a line for sure, and they need better coaching.
Yeah, and so there you go, Pete Carroll. Maybe he can get over there, help Caleb Williams and the rest of that offense. So
absolutely.
So moving over to some other NFL news, and a guy who's actually coaching, but he's now back in the NFL as a player, Frankie.
I saw that. Yep.
So quarterback Teddy Bridgewater unretires to sign with the Lions as a backup, bro. So good for him, considering Teddy Bridgewater left and retired from the NFL this past season, and now he recently coached his high school alma mater, Miami Northwestern Senior High School, to a state championship.
That's awesome.
This past season, bro. So he said, I did what I wanted to do there. Now I want to go back to the NFL. Now he's a backup on one of the best teams in the NFL. Could potentially get a Super Bowl ring.
He could get a ring.
So he got a high school ring. Now he could potentially get a Super Bowl ring.
That'd be so sick.
So good for him. I mean, it looks like the Lions are going more with a veteran approach behind Goff, because they currently have Hendon Hooker, but he's a younger quarterback, really not experienced. So I think what's going into the play.
Signing.
That's what I like. Yeah, and he's
just in case Goff gets hurt.
And he was with them last year. He knows the system and all that.
Bridgewater is not a bad backup quarterback.
No,
he's not.
Not at all. And Frankie, let's move over to some NFL injuries. We had a few of them again, and unfortunately, dude, the injury bug got you. Chuba Hubbard, he had a calf injury. He's out for the season.
It was crazy, though. On Friday, they said expected to play, right?
Yeah.
On Sunday. Saturday comes, they put him on IR for the season.
I saw that.
Why do you report on Friday that he's expected to play?
And then you put him on IR.
Guy
that got you 32.5 points last week.
It was unbelievable.
So like I said, Chuba Hubbard, calf injury, out for the season.
Unreal.
CeeDee Lamb, shoulder, out for the season.
They should have shut him down.
Well, I was going to say, they basically just shut him down. And he probably could have potentially came back.
Yeah, but he was laboring that last game, too. Right. He should have never been out there.
Exactly, I agree. And Kenny Walker III, an ankle injury, placed on IR and out for the season. Yeah. So, Frankie, from the NFL injuries, the unfortunate stuff, to the broken records, the good stuff. And we're going to start here with quarterback Lamar Jackson. He broke Mike Vick's all-time quarterback rushing yards record with 6,110 career rushing yards on Christmas Day versus the Texans, bro.
Unreal.
Dude is a beast. And they wanted him to play wide receiver when he came in the NFL? Come on, man.
I still wish the Pats drafted him.
I know.
Crazy.
So we'll move over to one rookie that's breaking records every week, it seems.
Yep.
Brock Bowers breaks a pair of rookie records. Bowers surpassed NFL Hall of Famer Mike Ditka's 63-year record for most receiving yards in a season by a rookie tight end, which was 1,076 in 1961. Bowers now has 1,144 receiving yards on the season. Mind you, Ditka did it in 13 games, so you got to give him his flowers there.
Of course. That's
you know what I
crazy
mean?
In 13 games.
Right. And Bowers, but I mean, you still got to give it to Bowers, man. He's killing it, bro.
Animal, dude.
And Bowers also broke the most receptions record by a rookie, which wasn't long-lived. It was only 105 last year by Puka Nacua, so he has 108 on the season currently. So Bowers, dude, listen to this. Bowers is also currently second in terms of receptions this season. That's all positions.
Any position, yeah, I know that.
He's behind only Jamar Chase.
Chase has been an animal too. But Bowers been nasty.
That's insane, bro. A tight end, a rookie tight end.
Animal.
Absolutely. I'm glad I got him as my keeper in your league.
He's a great keeper.
So, Frankie, and we got one record here where it's a long-lived one, but it could potentially get broken this Sunday if he plays.
Yeah.
So, Saquon Barkley of the Eagles needs 101 rushing yards this week to break Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing yard record that hasn't been broken since 1984.
It was 41-year-old record, and only two or three other guys. The three other guys have held this record. Besides, the current Eric Dickerson.
Right.
Before him, O.J. Simpson.
Yep.
And then all the way back to 1957 was Jim Brown. So he could be the fourth one to ever hold this title.
Yep.
Which is crazy to think about.
I wasn't even born the last time it was broken.
I'm saying 1957 was like the first time this record came into play with Jim Brown.
Dude,
and it's crazy.
Well, it couldn't come at a better time. He's playing the Giants in their 31st ranked rush defense. So I'm gonna tell you now, he has a really good opportunity to do that there, especially against the team that drafted him that let him walk.
I hope he plays. He's
right.
He's a very unselfish player. So if the team says don't play, he probably won't.
Right.
Now, one of his linemen, Lane Johnson, said, I think we should play it safe and not play him.
Right.
And one of the other linemen, I don't remember the guy's name, he said, let's just go for it. This is a record that you have, one of the biggest records in all
against
NFL.
His former team that let him walk in. They paid Daniel Jones. How awesome would that be to see?
So the linemen are even not sure who's going to do what. So I hope he plays. I think he is going to play.
Me too.
And a lot of teams that sit a lot of people don't do well that first round of playoffs anyway. So it's part of the game. Hopefully no one gets hurt, but it does make you rusty if you take a couple weeks off.
Let's go, Barkley. Get that record. So he currently has 2,005 rush yards on the season and is the 9th running back in NFL history to rush for 2,000 yards in a season.
Yeah, crazy.
Yes, sir. So, Frankie, before we end Wicked Pissah News, I just want to bring up something funny. You know who that is?
Who's that?
That's 2 years ago in the Panthers practice, and that's quarterback Baker Mayfield as a scout team defensive tackle because they were getting ready to trade him to the Rams. Get this, though. So this past Sunday, Baker went off against them. I just had to bring this up because of that funny picture. 48-14, he was 27 for 32, 359 yards in 5 touchdowns. I just thought that was hilarious. They had a picture of him as a scout team tackle in practice.
They were, and Sam Darnold was on that team at one point with Baker. There's a picture of both of them together.
Boom.
There it is. So it's just funny to see both of them going off this year. It's kind of cool.
I just wanted to bring that up. That
awesome.
was funny, man.
So that's all we got for Wicked Pissah News. Why don't we jump right into the Foxboro Focus?
So yeah, Frankie, Foxboro Focus again. Here we are, bro. We have some really good Patriots news.
We got good news.
Yeah, I know. This actually is good news. We've been talking about it. So with the Giants beating the Colts this past weekend, Drew Lock just looked insanely filthy.
Had 40-something fantasy points. He went nuts.
The Patriots now, because of that win that the Giants had against the Colts, currently have the #1 pick in the NFL draft coming up this year, bro.
That's crazy. You know what I heard? I heard something funny on one of the stations today. They were talking about the Eagles letting the Giants win so they would fall to 7th or 8th and not get their quarterback of the future.
Right. Dude, that would be awesome.
Fall to 7th or 8th
dude,
pick
yeah, dude.
If they let them win the game or just play a bunch of
I might take the Giants this week.
You know what I mean? You might. I just thought that was kind of hilarious.
No, that is. So the Patriots control their destiny to have this #1 pick, and we're going against the Bills this week. And before we get into all that, but like I said, man, we're playing the Bills. And I wouldn't be surprised if they bench some starters just to put the other guys out there.
McDermott said they were going to play. He said he didn't know how long, but he did say that starters were going to play. Well, he didn't say how long.
Hopefully they go up 28 on us in the first quarter.
I mean, we better lose. You might as well bring out Joe Milton or bring out some backups and just let them try to play.
Like we said, man, we're Patriots fans, but at the end of the day, man, with the #1 pick on the line, we just might as well lose.
You have to.
Right.
Last #1 was Drew Bledsoe in 93.
Right.
That's the last time we had the #1.
So the likely selection for us as of right now is Colorado wide receiver and cornerback and current Heisman winner Travis Hunter, dude. The guy's already stated, too. Did you see he's already stated he's planning on changing his number in the NFL? Because he has a feeling the Patriots are going to draft him. He can't wear 12 there.
Right.
So he said he wants to wear number 40. I don't know the relevance of that. But
again, I think it's cool if we can get him. And even if with the #1 pick, if you even trade back a little, you still could probably get him. You got a couple quarterbacks, teams that need quarterbacks. The 1, 2,
that'll go for that 1, 2. Right.
You trade back to the 4 or the 3, you still could get your guy and an extra pick or 2.
Depending on how it goes in the combine, how filthy he looks.
You got to get him. You have to get him.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Regardless of all that stuff that's going on with his fiance and all that nonsense,
that's crazy.
Some people care too much about that, dude. All I know is the guy can play ball and he checks off all the boxes.
He's nasty at football.
Yes, sir. So, Frankie, Week 17 recap. Now, let's get into it. It was a very unfortunate game to watch.
It was.
And I did watch it too, man. I was just kind of in awe how bad we were playing. So the Patriots lost to the Chargers this past week, 40-7. 7 to bring our record to 3-13. And just let me bring up the highlights, or should I say highlight.
Week 17, Patriots versus Chargers. And like I said, only one highlight. Here it is. Yep, free play, offsides by the linebacker. Drake May's just going to throw it downfield, and it's a good adjustment by wide receiver Pop Douglas for the touchdown. The only highlight I saw from this whole game. Pretty good one, though.
So, yeah, that was a pretty cool touchdown. You know, it was a free play. The guy in the Chargers went offsides and everything.
Offside,
but, Frankie, this is really what the game looked like. So, yeah, Frankie, that's actually what the game looked like right there,
That's what
man.
it felt like
Yeah.
anyway, to me.
They were just getting beat down,
That
bro.
was bad. I mean, we just played the Bills so good last
So
week.
good.
And then this week, we get murdered.
Didn't translate, bro. We almost lost by 40.
It was unbelievable.
Oh, my God. Let's get into it, unfortunately. So the Patriots offense, week 17 versus the Chargers. Drake May, 12 for 22, 117 yards in that one nasty touchdown.
Yeah, that was.
Antonio Gibson, now he was the lead back in this game. 12 carries for 63. Ramondre did nothing. He's been having his fumbling issues. He had 2 against the Bills, like we talked about, Frankie, and it's looking like he's losing his spot right now.
He is losing a spot right now.
And then Pop Douglas, who had that nasty touchdown, the adjustment on the ball, 4 catches for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. And let's get into the Patriots defense, week 17 versus the Chargers. There's a trash can. There's a trash can. And Frankie, there's another trash can. So, yeah, nothing to even bring up with that. I mean, I think our leading tackler had like 10 tackles, but again, it was nothing notable. So let's bring up the Chargers stats of the Patriots. Week 17, Frankie, and they just went off against us. Justin Herbert, 26 for 38, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns. I didn't like seeing that.
Nope.
J.K. Dobbins, 19 carries, 76 yards, 1 touchdown. He was running hard. Lad McConkey, I said he was going to have 150, but the guy had 8 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's an animal.
And then Derwin James, bro, he just went animalistic against us. 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery.
Oh,
the
he's
guy was
nasty,
all
too.
over the field.
He's
Surprised
one
he
of
didn't
the
get a
best safeties
pick.
in the league.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, bro. So, Frankie, let's get into it. Unfortunately, the Patriots knows versus the Chargers week 17. I say unfortunately, man, because these numbers are not good. Patriots had 181 total yards versus the Chargers, only 85 passing. Yeah, passing, bro. They didn't even get past 100. You know, all the sacks and stuff that Drake May took, that brings it back.
It was a gross game.
Oh, yeah. But the Patriots allowed 428 total yards to the Chargers. Patriots had 1 more total drive than the Chargers, too. They had 11 to the Chargers 10, and the yard difference was that crazy, bro. Yeah, isn't that insane?
How does it even work?
The Patriots were 2 for 10 on 3rd down, and get this, the Patriots were 0 for 3 on 4th down. So that's disgusting. So with that being said, Frankie, you know, that game's in the rear view. We're going into this upcoming game, week 18, against the Buffalo Bills at home with the number 1 pick on the line.
Yep.
So let's talk about what the Bills did last week. The Bills week 17 stats. The Bills destroyed the Jets 40-14 Sunday, bringing their record to 13-3. Josh Allen, 16 for 27, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had a rush touchdown.
Yep.
I just got to bring this up, man. So the backup quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, came in. He threw 1 pass for a 69-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that was awesome.
James Cook, your boy and my boy from your league, 15 carries, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. And Amari Cooper getting back on the scoreboard. 3 catches, 56 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yep.
Bills notes from week 17. The Bills had 348 total yards versus the Jets. The Bills were 8 for 14 on 3rd down. The Bills were 100% in the red zone, 3 for 3. And funny stat here real quick. I just got to bring this up. It's not with the Bills, but against the team they were playing. The Jets had 16 penalties for 120 yards.
16 penalties in a game?
Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
That whole team's getting fired.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. So let's get into it, Frankie. The last week of the season for the Patriots, week 18 prediction. And obviously, bro, I'm taking the Bills.
I got to go Bills, too. I want the Pats to lose this game so we get the number 1
I'm
pick.
not going to lie. I've never wanted to lose a game more.
Me too. I'm with you there.
Right,
Like,
bro.
I think having that number 1 pick is going to help us out immensely.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. We played those guys close last time, but I don't even care, man, if, like you said, the starters play a little bit, they don't play at all. I see us losing by 10 plus, maybe even 20 plus.
Yeah, we should lose either way, but if the Bills starters are sitting, then we almost beat them.
Well, also, Gerard Mayo came out and said they asked him if they plan on benching our starters, for the potential to get this number 1 pick, and he said anything's a consideration right now.
You absolutely should. Don't get Drake May hurt.
That's what I'm saying. He got banged up last week,
He
too.
was getting hammered.
Oh, my God.
I thought he was unconscious.
Get him out of there.
Yep.
Let's get that number 1 pick, Frankie.
Let's get it.
Let's go, bro.
And that's all we got for the Foxboro Focus. Let's jump into Wicked Smaht Fantasy Stats.
Let's do it, Frankie. So, I mean, obviously, I got nothing to bring up, but I know you do.
Yeah, I was in 2 championships of my 3 leagues, and I lost them both, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Justin, who won your league last year, it's kind of funny, actually. Adam, we had a repeat winner in mine. Adam's in 3 leagues. His work league, my league, and your league. Repeat winner in your league. back-to-back championships. My league, back-to-back championships. Congrats, John.
Yep.
And Adam actually won 2 years in a row, including this year in his work league. So there was in his 3 leagues,
Wow.
it was a repeat champion.
You never
which is
see that
crazy.
too, and we've seen it in 3 leagues.
I mean, I was killing it all year. I had the most points in your league. I literally...
You had the most injuries, too.
Yeah, by far. But week 1, I was in first, and I never fell out of first until week 17 this
Sounds like
week.
the 07 Patriots, bro.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Here
But
you go, Frankie.
Second
Here's
place
the second
money,
place winnings.
I'll take it.
Frank the Bank.
There it is. But yeah, my team did terrible. We'll go through it. I literally, like we talked about earlier, I had 5 guys by Friday that were out, 5 starters, like I said. So Jalen Hurts is out, Kamara's out, Njoku's out, Pollard's out, and Chuba Hubbard was out.
Hubbard, yeah.
I had 5 guys in my starting lineup out, already dealing with CMC out, Rashee Rice out, Chris Godwin out for the year. All 3 of those guys were already gone. So then I lost 5 starters this week. I'm going to start with the studs. Bryce Young, I had to start. He had 23 points. McMillan, who was a great pickup. Jalen McMillan,
Yep,
crazy,
that was a
23
good start.
points. Bucky Irving, 23 points, who I picked up 2, someone dropped. Garendo had 14. I started Indy's D, thinking they do good against the Giants. They got
my,
negative
-4.
Crazy. I started Condre Miller, the backup for Kamara, because Kamara was out. He got 2.9 and then got concussed, and then he was out.
Oh,
so I added to my injuries.
Right.
I started Raheem Blackshear, Chuba Hubbard's back out because Hubbard was out. He got 2 points. Really good job there.
My.
I started my backup tight end was Tucker Kraft, who's hit or miss sometimes. He's not a bad backup. 7.3. It's just crazy. And then Deebo Samuel only got 9. I got killed. It was 183 to 117, and nothing I could do. So congrats, Justin.
Yeah, man, what are you going to do, Frankie? Like you said, it was a good season for you. You had a lot of injuries. You made it to the championship game, man. It was just a weird fantasy year. Let's be real.
It was crazy, yeah.
Especially what happened to me, but we don't need to get into that.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. That was rough.
So, Frankie, with the championship being over and everything, I don't have any must-starts for the week, considering we're going into the last week of the season, so nobody's looking for the must-starts. But I know you still got your FanDuel, so why don't you
I'm going
break
to do
that
a
down?
FanDuel this week. I'm going to double-check this and make sure these guys are playing. Most of these guys should be playing, but they may, if they're already locked up a position. I know Baker Mayfield should start and play because if they win, they're in, so they need that win.
Right.
I got him against New Orleans, 8,400.
That's a good
Thought
one.
that was a good one, and I stacked him with Mike Evans, who's been going off, 8,900.
Oh, you can't go wrong there, man.
Yeah.
The guy just surpassed 1,000 yards again, too, man.
Exactly.
Look at him, bro. That's so insane,
I got
bro.
a discount on Dameon Pierce, only 5,200. I have a feeling Mixon's going to sit because I think Houston's kind of already locked into
like
their
that.
position, so I tried that. And then I got Tucker Kraft, and he was only 5,100, so I think
bounce back week.
Yeah, and then I put in Dallas's defense because I think Washington's going to sit a lot of their starters. So why not try them? They were only 3,400. They're like the 4th
Right.
cheapest defense. So
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
kind of my team right there.
Baker Mayfield against the Saints, especially when they get in, they win that division. Devon A-Chain against the Jets. They're
They
just
need
gonna
to win,
see,
too.
Exactly. So I was going to say he's got those implications. Dameon Pierce could get the full day, considering if they bench Joe Mixon.
Yep.
Brian Thomas Jr., that guy's just filthy,
He's
bro.
just
I
an
can see him
animal.
going off against Indy.
Oh, Indy's terrible.
Lad McConkey, you got both rookies, bro.
I almost went 3. I almost put in
gonna say,
neighbors, too.
Mike Evans, who is always reliable. Tucker Kraft, who's, we're looking for a bounce back week. Nick Westbrook-Akine in the flex. He's been getting a touchdown machine this year.
Yeah.
And then the Dallas defense against Washington without their starters in, Frankie.
That's it.
That's Wicked Smart Fantasy starts for the year, everybody. It's been
That's
a
the
fun
last
segment.
one, yeah,
It's the
it's been a
last one
fun
this year.
segment
So
for
next
sure.
week we'll be implementing playoff payoffs. But you guys will see that
baby.
next week.
This is our last regular season lava round.
Yeah.
I'm up, 5 games on you?
Yeah, Frankie, let's break it down, bro. So
Break it
NFL
down.
weekly picks from last week, week 17. Your boy finished with a 13-3 record, bringing my overall at 178-78.
That's good.
And Frankie, we split the difference. You also finished 13-3, bringing your record to an overall of 183-73.
Damn.
5-game difference, bro. I need to have a miracle here. Let's get it popping,
So
bro.
I'm going to say my picks this week, and you can decide if you want to go against me and try to tie it up or beat me.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm gonna run through the teams, and then I'm gonna say first, so then you can
Go right
decide
after
if
that.
you want to go after. So
Yes,
you'll
sir.
go after the team. So the
Yep.
first one, let's jump into it. Browns at Ravens. I know some of these guys may not play on the Ravens, but I'm still taking the Ravens. The Browns are terrible. So
The Browns are terrible, but you know what? I'm going to take the Browns here.
all right, we got a difference. I like it. Bengals going to the Steelers. The Bengals need to win. I'm taking the Bengals. Joe Burrow's been an animal.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals here. I don't think there's no denying Joe Burrow, the guy who in 8 straight games has thrown for 250 plus and 3 touchdowns.
They're talking about MVP. If it wasn't for the losses, he'd probably be up there for MVP. He leads the league in touchdown passes right now. So,
Right, killing it.
unreal. Panthers going to Atlanta. Atlanta needs to win. I'm taking Atlanta all day in this game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons too, Frankie.
Got you. Texans going to the Titans. Again, some of the Texans may sit. Titans are so bad, though. I'm still going Texans.
You know what? I'm going to go Titans here.
I can see Titans winning this. It is a home game.
The Texans have not been playing good. And CJ Stroud, you know, especially with Tank Dell being hurt now, who knows how they're going to be. Because I feel like Nico could easily get locked up.
It definitely could happen.
There aren't the pieces around him.
They may sit a couple guys, too.
That's what I'm saying.
So, Giants going to the Eagles. This game's going to be crazy. I do think Saquon's going to play. I want him to play. I want him to go against his old team and get that record. I think that's going to happen. I'm taking the Eagles either way. I don't see the Giants. I mean, I don't see the Giants having 2 crazy upsets in the last 2 weeks of the season. I don't. I
want to take the Giants, but I'm going to take the Eagles here because I want Saquon to get that record.
Yeah, I see that. Jags at Colts, both terrible defenses. It's in Indy, so I have to go Indy.
You know what, Frankie? I'm going to go Jags here.
Yeah, I mean, Indy just lost to the Giants, so that easily, you could see that happening all day.
Oh, all day.
Commanders going to Dallas. I'm going to take the Commanders here. I know they may sit a few guys, but Dallas is real messed up. They just lost by 33 points.
I already had the Cowboys written down because I knew you were going to go Commanders.
You already know that. So
let's go, baby.
All right, Dallas for you. Bears going to the Packers. I'm taking the Packers for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers.
Saints at Bucks. Bucks need to win. I'm definitely taking the Bucks in this game.
Yep, I'm taking the Bucks.
We already talked about Bills at Pats. We're both going Bills. Chargers at Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are terrible. I have to go Chargers here either way.
You know what? The Chargers already clinched a playoff spot last week. I don't see their starters playing this week. And I see the Raiders ending the season on a high note. I'm taking the Raiders.
Okay. I like that. They are going to sit some guys for sure.
No cross-off.
I love it. No cross-off. He just went for it. 49ers at Cardinals. 49ers played really good last night against the Lions.
They did.
I thought they may sit some guys because they can't make the playoffs, but they balled out last night. So I'm still taking the 49ers. Cards are terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the 49ers as well.
I like it. Chiefs going to the Broncos. Chiefs are definitely sitting guys. I'm taking the Broncos in this one.
Taking the Broncos too, bro. I'm not taking the Chiefs, but yeah, I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, the Chiefs already said
I know they're sitting Pat Mahomes.
They're definitely, it's going to be a good game, but the Broncos should win that game. Seahawks going to the Rams. The Rams need to win to keep pace. I'm going to take the Rams.
You know what? I think they're going to get upset. I'm taking the Seahawks.
No, not a bad pick. Dolphins going to the Jets. This is another kind of game that Dolphins have to win. The Jets, they just get killed every week. They don't know what's going on. Their owners, looking at Madden stats and stuff. Like, it's just, I'm never taking the Jets.
Everybody wants out of that team. DJ Reed recently said he's tested free agency.
And Aaron Rodgers took himself out of the game. Like, it's just crazy.
You see what Garrett Wilson said? He said if Aaron Rodgers returns, that he's not going to want to be on the team next year.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
who knows if that's true, but that's what I saw in the media.
Dolphins, I'm taking all day.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Dolphins.
Game of the week. The Vikings and the Lions, they're trying to fight for the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm. And that division.
I'm saying, in the division. So whoever wins this game is getting a bye. So that both teams are coming for this. The Lions got the better of the Vikings the last time. It's in Detroit. I'm taking Detroit.
You know what, Frankie? I was going to take Detroit, but with this on the line, with the game predictions, I'm going to take the Vikings.
It was a great game last time they played. It could go either way. Oh, you crossing off over here?
Yeah, man,
you got cross off.
I had the Lions written down, but you know what? I'm going to take the Vikings just so I can hopefully surpass you. How many differences we got?
I don't know.
7.
Dang, you could overtake me then if you get all 7 of them. There's 6 out of the 7.
But yeah, we have a 7-game difference. Let's see what happens, Frank. Let's see if I can surpass you.
I hope you don't, but good luck.
Same to you, brother.
So this being the last episode of 2024, I wanted to make you something. I wanted to make you a nice gourmet dessert. Let me know what you think of this.
A Pop-Tart, Frankie.
Nah, that's a gourmet. I made that from scratch.
Nice.
I did a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Who's running the station?
Whoa.
Me and Keith are, running our show. We don't run this station, though. You look hangry, Chef. Let me get you some food.
Faster! I'm going to go ballistic.
Okay.
So, Frank, pick that up.
Take Keith's, too.
There you go.
It's raw. Whoa. It's
Whoa.
It's a Pop-Tart, dude. You can eat it hot or cold. It's not raw.
Frankie, dude, obviously he doesn't like what you got. Let me see if he likes what I got.
Yeah, you must like that.
What is that?
What do you mean? What is this, dude? It's some toasted cheese.
Extra toasty. No, I don't want extra toasty. I don't need extra toasty.
Frankie, screw him, dude. He doesn't know what good food is.
This is the best thing ever.
All right, Chef Key, what do you think of this stuff? Here, let him try that.
This is not fit for human consumption.
Wow, that's...
No, this should be eaten by a higher life form with a more complex palate, but also an altruistic drive to save humanity from dishes like this.
Frankie, I don't know how we should take that.
I have no idea.
In conclusion,
Alrighty. Frankie, I know you know. Why are these guys here?
So I know what this is. It's season 24 this week of Hell's Kitchen.
Wow.
Season 24 comes out
Season
Thursday.
20. I knew it was something going on. We got out of nowhere. We're just on a cooking show, bro.
Absolutely.
So, Frankie, you know, with that being said, how about we get out of here, brother?
From Beantown to your town, have a happy new year and stay wicked Pissah.
From Foxboro to your...
Where's the lamb sauce?
Dude, I don't know where the lamb sauce is, but from Foxboro to your borough, thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one. Happy New Year. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.